Hi, welcome to the People and Planet podcast. Today I'm joined by Shri Krishnansen. Hi, Shri, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Lee. Yeah, how are you doing?
Really good. I'm really good, thank you. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be an interesting one because, as you know, this is all about how tech helps either people or the planet. You're involved in a couple of businesses that are doing just that. You're involved with WealthOS, which we'll talk about first. Yeah, let's talk about that one, and then we'll go into the next one, the Enzo one, afterwards. So give us a bit of an overview of WealthOS. I know there's been a lot of things that have been going on there since the first time that we spoke. So it'd be interesting to find out about the mission, the problem that you're solving, those sorts of things.
Yeah, cool. WealthOS is a modular cloud-native operating system for digital wealth management products. So like digital investing, digital retirement products that you might be familiar with in the UK, ISAs, GIAs, SIPs, and then in the US, things like IRAs and broker-dealer accounts. So what we do is we provide all the technology, infrastructure, and processes to run back and middle office functions for those financial products. So that's what WealthOS is. And we're fully modular, built in the cloud, and all you do is pick and choose the features and modules that you want to create your own bespoke operating system to run your financial product. So we can help you get to market 3 times faster, 40% cheaper than today's current technology. So that's what WealthOS does.
Nice. So just for the benefit of, I guess, this show, how would you suggest that particular product then is like a tech for good product? How is that helping? I guess in this case, it would be people.
Absolutely. So what we're driven by, especially our founders, is to bring equitable access to financial products to everyone, everywhere. So the problem that exists today is that financial products, digital savings, digital investment, digital retirement, it's really for the purview of people who have money. It's for high net worth individuals, sometimes maybe mass market, but it's very hard to get access to these products if you only want to put in tiny amounts of money at different times, irregular amounts, etc. It's really catered for those with high balances, high wealth. Often, if you drill down into it, why is that so? It's because of the cost to service small balances, the cost to service irregular contributions, etc. So today's technologies just can't cope with that. So as a result, an entire section of the population is just cut out from being able to access it because they're too difficult to serve, too expensive to serve. Now, thanks to digitalization of financial products, it makes it a lot easier to serve. And when you use technology like ours, we significantly bring down the total cost of ownership. Well, for one, we're in the cloud. So you don't have to buy and own and provision and maintain your own servers anymore if you use us. There's also a green benefit to that. But what's really driving us is the people benefit of trying to bring down the cost of operations of all of our prospective clients so that they can in turn expand the reach of their products and start serving the everyday person.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nice. So if I am, that everyday person that wants to start investing, usually you alluded to, it's usually high net worth individuals that will maybe invest, multiple thousands or whatever it is. With your platform, how much or how little can I invest at a time?
I see. So we're the people behind the people, if that makes sense.
Okay.
We don't service direct individuals, but we make it easier for those with ideas of launching these propositions and products to be able to do that. So just to give you an idea, a startup comes to us and says, oh, hey, I've got a really good idea to service the gig economy, help people who are able to just put away tiny amounts of savings at different points of time. We're like, great, okay, here's the back-end technology you need, here are the modules you need, off you go, and then you build your product, and then you go to market with that. So we'll be like behind the investment.
Yeah, understood. So to be clear, this is totally a B2B product.
Exactly. Enterprise software as a service. Yeah.
Real. So just give us a little bit of a run through then about how that product actually works behind the scenes.
Yeah. So it's as easy to set up a tenancy on our platform as it is to set up an email account. We actually offer free sandbox access to anyone who's interested in testing it out. But how it works is if you're a financial institution, startup, wealth manager, private bank, we service the whole gamut. If you want to create a financial product, let's say just a vanilla investment account that you want to create and then offer to your target segment. Then you would come to us, set up your tenancy, and pick and choose the models you want to configure the product. So it's an investment account. You'll pick our general investment account capabilities. You'll pick the minimum investments you want to accept. You'd pick the instruments you want to offer, different funds, etc. Connect everything up to your front end, which you'll build, whether it's an app or a website, and then launch that product to the market. So we do everything behind the front end onwards to allow our customers, institutions, banks, individual companies, etc., to create their own custom experience and then run everything on our technology. So they create the custom experience, the front end, the apps, etc. We'll take care of the back end.
Really interesting. So whereabouts are you guys in the journey then?
So we have been in the market since I came on board in 2022, May, that was it. Yeah, so we've been in the market since May 2022. And very pleased to say that we've had some really good traction, and we'll be landing our first asset migration client soon. Can't say who, can't say what specifically, but we're very, very thrilled to be welcoming on board a potential new client that's going to be migrating some of their accounts onto our platform. And then we're in discussions with several others to launch brand new products as well that do serve underserved segments. So that's what we really love about it. We're getting people come to us with like, oh, I'm a startup. I want to create something for this segment of the market because there's nothing like it out there. We're like, great, and we can service you. So we're starting to see some of our hypotheses being borne out.
Brilliant. So do you know what? Because we're going to talk about your other business as well, your other business interests, perhaps what we could do next year or something like that is have one specifically centered around WealthOS to see how you've progressed on that journey from now until then. I think that would be cool.
Oh, absolutely. No, thank you so much. Yeah, we're actually closing, we're about to do our first close of our seed round. And we're welcoming a really big investor, which I want to tell you all about. But yeah, that'll be something that next year I'm sure I will be able to.
Sounds good. Yeah, we look forward to that for sure. Tell us about the other one then, Enzo Corporation.
Yeah, so Enzo Corporation, this is very much on the planet side. So my interests are people and planet, and I've got two businesses that look at that. So with Enzo Corporation, I support the founder in creating a circular economy marketplace. If you think about just the way the environment works, in natural systems, there is no such thing as waste. The waste of one natural system is being used as an input of another, and that's just how nature works. But in human systems, man-made systems, that doesn't happen. So what Enzo is trying to do is creating a marketplace whereby the waste from one organization can be traded to another organization who wants to use it to replace virgin materials that they would otherwise have to extract from the earth. So almost like an Amazon for waste, but again, B2B, between businesses, to be able to trade each other's waste for use amongst new production.
Like it. And I believe that was in partnership with a co-founder out in the States. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. So founder. So it's sole founder, and I'm the chief operating officer, helping to realize her vision and bring that marketplace fully online. Whereabouts are you guys in that journey then? So we're at much earlier stages than WealthOS. So WealthOS has gone from when I joined a handful of people to 25. Enzo Corporation, it's the founder and myself. We have a couple of contractors here and there helping us out. And we're currently in the process of building the marketplace, securing our buyers, securing our suppliers. We've had our first ever transaction, which was great a couple of months ago. So starting to see proof in the pudding that, yes, you can take these currently neglected waste sources and then find new places for them to be remanufactured. So very excited with that.
So I think what's interesting about your journey is that you are at a very early stage with one company, and then you've had, you're still at an early stage with WealthOS, but you've definitely enjoyed some progression, some growth. Tell us a little bit more about the challenges that you've had to navigate to get, to where you are now.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting because I started working with both companies around the same time, about 2 years ago. And if everyone can cast your mind back to the fundraising environment over the past 2 years, you'll know exactly why it's interesting times to start new businesses. So yeah, I'd say. Right, what's happened and how hard has it been? I'd say first of all, trying to get funding in the current environment has been a little bit challenging, to say the least. Like it feels like over that time period, things have just contracted progressively, and the bar to prove yourself is just increasing. The good thing is when you've got such strong purposes, you know, one's people, the other's planet, you know, you just need to stick with it. And it's not a vaporware. You've got tangible proof for when things go right with your technology. It's a lot easier to prove than, say, more experimental things. But yeah, I would say the fundraising journey has been very, very hard. Yeah. I don't want to diminish the hard work of both founders on both sides who've done some amazing things to get us to where we are. Acquiring clients as well. So trying out something new in an environment of increasing inflation, just general tightening of belts, even if it is a cost saver, just the idea of trying something new, trying someone new, the appetite isn't necessarily there. Or if it's a large company, the procurement services aren't geared up to take on board a new supplier and all of that. So risk appetites have shrunk. So that's been the environment in which we've been out there trying to find new clients. So that's been difficult. Yeah, I would say those two are probably the hardest, like just trying to get clients and trying to get funding from a building perspective. And that's something that I think no one really talks about. Like when you have such good ideas, how do you actually sequence your build so that you're ensuring resources are being spent and managed efficiently? Because yeah, you've got this marketplace for waste. Do we build all of it, all the features go online and then hope like Amazon, everyone will come? Or have we got to be a bit more strategic, build the right features at the right time? And it's the same with WealthOS as well. Like if you're talking about managing the back-end plumbing almost of financial products, there's so many intricate details there. Which features do you build first in order to get to market, get your first client? So for both businesses, I've seen like just how do we prioritize, how do we manage resources to get those initial versions of our different products out to market.
Yeah, interesting stuff. You've alluded to these last questions already, but share with us what's coming next. We'll stay with Enzo for the time being because we've just been speaking about them. But you know, what exciting developments are in the offing there?
Enzo is fascinating because we're very early stages. Our marketplace hasn't gone online yet, but we've received some amazing traction with our early stakeholders, and people are contacting us now almost every month or so. We get inbounds saying, oh, I've got 100,000 cubic yards of this waste. What can you do with it? And this is before we even set our shop front. This is just from us, speaking to investors, trying to meet early clients, etc. So it's fascinating the stuff that people come to us with, and it's all waste sources that would otherwise end up in landfill. So I'd say with Enzo, it's at a very exciting stage. We're trying to figure out which initial waste streams we go to market with on a marketplace. And we're very much at that stage of learning, developing, and coming up with alternative uses for
what typically do people come to you with that?
Oh, I mean, river sand was one recently. What else have I got? I've had used oil from lubricating machine parts. I've had, oh gosh, let me see, wax, that's the residue of plants and machines, like machine plants, factory plants, yeah. So some really random
the old adage of one man's trash is another man's treasure, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. It really is. We try not to use that as a slogan because it's a
bit cliche, right?
Yeah. But we go a world without waste. So our mission is to create a world without waste. But yeah, it really is one man's trash is another man's treasure.
What about WealthOS then? You talked to us about a round that's hopefully being closed in the not too distant future. So that will be your seed round, did you say?
Yes, our seed round. So we're doing the first closing of our seed round. I mean, by the time this airs, it might actually have closed. So the identity of our new investor would probably be public knowledge by then, which will be great. But yeah, so really exciting to welcome them onto our cap table, and also all the doors that unlocks as well. We've also got that first client coming in, and then we are also in the final stages of discussions with several other very interesting prospects. And what I find really exciting. Sorry. No.
What's the plan with the money then? You close the round, usually it's to either, build out the product further, scale the product, or perhaps the product's fine for the time being and you just need to go and shout about it to the world.
It's mostly the latter, a little bit of the former. So we have actually built out the core capabilities to service the UK market, and by Q1 we would have the full product suite. So that's already with the funds that we've had. So the money coming in really is going to help us be able to get it out to market more, expand our resources to be able to talk about it, and net customers and clients in, as well as start expanding some of our features into deeper levels and deeper tiers. But yeah, absolutely, customer acquisition is key. The thing with both companies, actually, people are always looking for who's your first customer or who's used it, give us a referral. So yeah, it's really helpful once you've got your first one in, and we're about to get our first one across with an asset migration. So when that comes through, that will unlock the doors, and with the funding, we'll be able to really shout about it, get out there, tell people about this. And what really makes me excited is some of the clients that we're talking to, they all want to offer these financial products that don't currently exist or are trying to serve like an unmet need. So yeah, people always think, oh, you're WealthOS, you're just serving like the wealthy. I was like, no, we're happy to make the technology behind those products efficient, but we're also equally happy to bring new products out to market, because that's what really drives us, is trying to bring that cost down and remove barriers to creating financial products.
Shri, thank you. It's two very, very important and interesting missions. And I look forward to doing a repeat show for both of those, hopefully next year when you've progressed, and we can. I think what will be interesting to do is almost refer back to this initial conversation to see how you've progressed since then, and hopefully the funding round's closed, and the client acquisition is there as well. So Shri, thanks very much for joining us.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much for the opportunity. And yeah, thanks everyone for listening.